Let's try out what we've learned in our Tanzu Kubernetes cluster. On the right side of our screen, I'll open a terminal window and run a watch on our pod so that we can see what happens live. On the left side terminal window, I'll deploy one of the deployment manifests that we discussed in the previous lecture. As the deployment is submitted, you start to notice containers being created in our cluster. We can interrogate those objects we've deployed by first looking at deployments. We run kubectl get deployments, and we can see our deployments listed and the number of pods that are ready and available. We also know that deployments create a replica set for us. So let's run kubectl get replica sets, and you'll notice we have one created for us. It has a name that matches the deployment name with some extra identifiers at the end of it. Finally, we look at the pods that were deployed. We see we do have 3 pods listed, and they have this name that matches the replica set with their own extra identifiers at the end. Now I want to modify our deployment. I'll change the kubernetes.io/change-cause field with a new annotation so that I can identify the differences between deployments. And I'll make a change to the container image I'm using. After saving our manifest, we can reapply it with the changes. As we do this, notice that the pods are being destroyed and created in our watch terminal. And if we do a get pods, we can see that we've got 3 running and 1 still in the process of terminating. Now I'll clear my screen and let's look at rolling back this deployment. Assume we've made some sort of mistake that needs us to go back to a previous version. If we run kubectl rollout history deployment, and then the name of the deployment, we can see the revisions to our deployment over time. Notice that our change-cause annotation is listed so that we can identify which deployment is which. To roll back, we'll run kubectl rollout undo deployment, our deployment name, and then we'll use --2 revision equals, and then we can select the revision we want to use. In this case, it's 1. As the deployment is rolled back, you'll notice our watch terminal has begun terminating and deploying new pods, as we would expect. If we review our rollout history again after it's completed, you'll see that our initial version has been removed, and the latest rollout is now rollout number 3. Okay, one more thing to pay attention to here. So let's clear our screens one more time. What if I delete one of the pods by hand? Let's try to run the kubectl delete pod and then one of our pod names. As we do this, the replica set controller realizes that the desired state has not been met since we deleted a pod. And the controller will replace that pod so that we continue to have 3 replicas. Good luck in your labs and have fun with your own Kubernetes deployments.